At sunrise, in a clearing dotted with shimmering flowers, lived three extraordinary little pigs, Nif-Nif, Naf-Naf, and Nuf-Nuf. Every morning, they woke up listening to the light song of the wind and the melodious laughter of fireflies. Nif-Nif, always connected to his modern gadgets, would share his whimsical adventure ideas on Instapig. Naf-Naf, the dreamer, drew plans for a world of softness where every stone told a story. Nuf-Nuf, for his part, observed nature with eyes twinkling with ingenuity. At breakfast, they talked about their big project, each building their own house. In the ambient enthusiasm, Nif-Nif explained that he wanted to create an ephemeral house, a word he introduced with laughter. Ephemeral means lasting very little time, like a cloud disappearing under the sun. The three brothers, united by their love of adventure, set off. The enchanted forest buzzed with mysteries and dancing lights, and they felt ready to defy the established rules, even those of modern technologies and tales of yore. The birds, unwitting spectators, seemed to applaud their project, while the hushed silence of nature welcomed this day full of promise. In this world where magic and modernity intertwined, every moment became an adventure to share, and every smile bore witness to the hope of a bright future. After leaving their magical clearing, the three little pigs explored the vast forest in search of the ideal materials to build their homes. Nif-Nif, with his modern enthusiasm, opted for bales of golden straw, light and quick to assemble. He recounted with a smile, "My house will be like an ephemeral dream, but I will post each moment live on my tablet." Naf-Naf, always the romantic thinker, preferred warm wood. He explained that wood, with its natural veins, offered a particular charm and invited tranquility. Meanwhile, Nuf-Nuf, the most reflective, chose bricks, robust and ingenious. He asserted that these bricks, sometimes mischievously called techno-bricks, could withstand challenging times. On the way, they discovered a strange path resembling a labyrinth, a new word they enjoyed learning together. Labyrinth means a maze of complicated paths, Naf-Naf explained while observing the many detours surrounding an old oak. The brothers laughed heartily, imagining forest influencers talking about the best home configurations on magical networks. The trees themselves seemed to participate, shivering under the caress of a conspiratorial wind. Each material had its own story, and the three pigs marveled at being able to assemble elements of the past with tools of the future. They shared their ideas like in a digital DIY workshop, where each stone, each twig became a symbol of their creativity and hope for a harmonious and amusing future. As the constructions took shape, a shiver ran through the forest. The enchanted wolf, a mysterious character with silver highlights, watched in silence. His piercing gaze seemed to read into the hearts of the little pigs. Settled near an old oak, he meditated on his own desires and the magic emanating from each house in the making. "Yum, yum," he murmured, not out of greed, but a desire to test their ingenuity. He was not an ordinary villain, but a life experimenter whose actions, admittedly unpredictable, carried an important message about courage and change. The notifications of his magical smartphone blinked with benevolent advice, as if he were following live the adventures of his future adversaries. The enchanted wolf wondered if he should join them or try to disrupt their efforts. His mysterious appearance and stealthy gait added amusing tension to this already colorful story. While the three pigs bustled in the forest, unaware for the moment of the furtive observer, the air was charged with vibrant energy. The enchanted game of cat and mouse was about to begin. The leaves rustled as if to announce an impending grand act, and the wolf's gaze seemed to fix on the future of a world where magic and modernity mixed in an astonishing dance. The long-awaited day arrived. The enchanted wolf, determined to test the courage of the three builders, advanced toward the clearing where the houses stood. First, he faced the straw house of Nif-Nif. With a powerful breath, he blew at the lighthouse, which, like a sandcastle, dispersed into a cloud of straw. Nif-Nif ran with a laugh, almost amused by the ephemeral failure of his work, and took refuge at Naf-Naf's house. The wolf, always in search of a challenge, turned to the woodhouse. He gently scratched the door, murmuring some melodious notes, and despite some resistance, the wood gave way under the magic of his breaths. The two brothers looked at each other and, amidst fits of laughter and shivers of adrenaline, set off for the last refuge, Nuf-Nuf's brick house. Meanwhile, the enchanted wolf amused himself by recording the scene on his latest gadget, ironically commenting, "It looks like a live extreme renovation tutorial." The forest's paths resonated with little voices and modern echoes, blending tradition and social networks, while the wind carried whispers of support. In this crucial moment, brotherly solidarity shone brighter than fear. The three pigs gathered, ready to face together the vicissitudes of a destiny that united the old and the new, the power of friendship in the face of unpredictable challenges. Refusing to be defeated by the trials, Nuf-Nuf invited his brothers to take refuge in his brick house, designed with care and modernity. The structure, built with ingenious techno-bricks, appeared solid as a rampart. The three little pigs gathered with relief, laughing at the misadventures that had transformed this day into a real high-tech and ancestral tradition adventure. The enchanted wolf, despite his efforts and powerful breaths, found this building invincible. He rubbed his paws with a smile, impressed by the ingenuity of modern constructions. In a final attempt, he tried to use his tricks as a great magical influencer, launching challenges on a fairy network, where his live videos would soon attract an army of astonished spectators. But the brick house still stood, like an impregnable fortress against the whims of the digital wind. While the forest children, little curious and admiring, commented in sparkling emojis, our three heroes savored their collective victory. They congratulated themselves on their courage and solidarity, and even the enchanted wolf, now an amused spectator, shared a knowing wink. In this house, laughter mingled with innovations, and ancient magic blended into the echoes of a bright future, proving that together, nothing could overcome the power of friendship and ingenuity. The afternoon was ending in a burst of golden light. The three little pigs, gathered in the brick house, met around a large carved wooden table. Their hearts, bearing the wisdom of the trials experienced, beat in harmony with the whispers of the enchanted forest. Together, they recounted their adventures, mixing sincere laughter and future projects. The enchanted wolf, now at peace and almost friendly, even came to visit them to listen to their stories. Smartphones and drones captured every moment, turning their daily life into a captivating episode on magical networks. The brothers spoke of their dreams of building other shelters, exploring uncharted paths, and sharing their discoveries with all the inhabitants of the fairy world. They thus reminded everyone that even when facing the most formidable challenges, unity and imagination are enough to overcome obstacles. As the sun set behind a labyrinth of flaming clouds, this term evoking a fascinating tangle of paths. Labyrinth means a maze of complicated paths, the forest filled with soft whispers. In a final burst of complicity, Nuf-Nuf asked the listeners, young and old, what would you do if you were in their place? Can you imagine a different ending to this adventure? Thus ended their day, giving way to the infinite imagination of each, where every dream is a promise of a bright future.